Hello, fellow aviators. Today, I would like to show you how you can turn any black and white video into a beautifully colorized video. The tool we're using is called ComfyUI, and it is a very popular tool for generating AI content, if you didn't know. So the reason why I started looking into how we can turn black and white videos into colorized videos is I was trying to include historical videos into the B-roll of my YouTube videos. And in order to accomplish that, I have looked into a number of different tools and explored a number of different ways. What I found out is none of those software, even paid ones, actually deliver decent results. And that's what brought me to ComfyUI, because it delivers better results than payware, and it's completely free. And, not to mention, ComfyUI is really easy to use. So you need to first go to the official website of ComfyUI. You can find the link in the description. And then click Download Local at the top right. And then just click the Download Local button at the center of the screen. And that would download an installer for you. Click the installer, and it would ask you what kind of hardware you would like the app to configure for. In my case, it's CUDA because I have an NVIDIA GPU, but make sure you choose the one that's right for you. After that, you would need to specify the installation path for ComfyUI, and normally it just installs to your documents directory. You need to remember this directory because that is where the output from ComfyUI will be stored in. Now, after installing ComfyUI, you would see at the top there is a button that says Extensions. Click that. And there are a few extensions that we need to install before we can start colorizing our videos. The very first extension you need to install is called Video Helper Suite. You need to install this because ComfyUI is not optimized for the video workflow. And then in terms of the colorization models, there are a few out there, but I found out two of them actually work the best. One is called DODify, which is a quite old model, but it still works quite well. Another is called DD Color, which is a more modern model. However, I wouldn't say there's too much difference between this one and DODify in terms of the quality, but I did find DD Color to run slightly faster than DODify. So that's one thing to consider if your GPU is not that powerful. You may find that ComfyUI won't let you install the extensions, like the situation I'm running into here, in which case you simply need to close the app and restart it a few times. ComfyUI itself is still very buggy, but I found out that most of the bugs can simply be taken care of if you just close the app and restart it. Kinda like how computers used to work in the old days.
Hello, IT? Have you tried turning it off and on again?
So what you want to do is to either install DODify or DD Color, or both if you wanted. And after installing them and restarting the app, you should be able to see on the left-hand side in the node library, if you search DODify, you would find a node. And if you search DD Color, you would also find a node. If you don't see them, just restart a couple more times. Or consider using AI to help you out. Now, using DODify as an example, I'm going to show you how you can set up the workflow. So there are basically just 4 nodes you would need to drag from the node library. So the whole thing is very simple. You have an input, which is what the load video node is doing. You have a model, which is what the DODify node is doing. And then you have an output, which is what Video Combine is doing. And the meta batch manager out there is just to cut the entire video into a few batches. Otherwise, if you don't have enough memory, it would cause the workflow to crash. You can adjust frames per batch accordingly depending on how much memory you have. In my case, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm setting it to a pretty high number. You only need to change a few things in here to make it work. First, you need to upload a video by clicking Choose Video to Upload. Then you need to match the frame rate of the output video to the frame rate of the input video, and in my case, it is 60 frames per second. And in the video combine node, you want to choose the format of the output video. In my case, it's a MP4 video. And finally, you need to set the parameter of the model. For the Odify, I'm using the default parameters, and the only change I made is changing the model type to video. And after you're all set, you can just click the big blue Run button at the top right to start the workflow. After the workflow finishes, you'll find the output in the installation directory that we talked about. And in my case, it's document ComfyUI output. If you're using DD color, the only thing you need to do is to replace the Deodify node you're seeing here with the DD color node. And you need to make sure to choose the right model because the default model is a model trained for demo purpose and it doesn't work at all. The artistic model is the one that gives you the best result. So choose that as long as your GPU can handle it. Now let's take a look at the Odify and DD color applied to the same footage to compare the results between the two. Personally, I prefer Odify because there is more temporal stability, meaning that the colors are quite stable. DD color can look realistic at times, but you can see that the hue shifts a lot throughout the footage. To me, the result of Deodify looks like a color video with a Hollywood filter applied, and DD color just looks like a really realistic dream. And finally, I would like to briefly talk about how you can source these historical videos as a B-roll to your YouTube video or whatever content you're going to create. I would like to mention that these videos are not copyrighted, so you're free to use it for whatever projects you have. So there is this website called National Archives Catalog. Once you go to that website, you can search for whatever keywords you're interested in. Let's say, for example, that I'm interested in finding some video footages about atomic bombs. So over here, I'll just search atomic bomb. And in the search results, I'm going to look for moving images. As long as you can see these video icons in the search result, it means that you have access to the videos. Let's just go to this one, atomic bomb footage. And then over here, you can see the video. And you can also click on this button to download it. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below which colorization model you prefer. And if you have some pro tips, feel free to share them. Thanks for watching and see you soon.